There we go. We're live. Okay, oops. Definitely did not mean to hit go live quite yet. Still setting things up. But here we are. So I guess we're just going for it. Please excuse the noise. There are two helicopters currently circling around our house. A little bit scary. Don't know exactly what's going on. Not gonna question it. Not gonna go out there. It's none of my business is what it is. Hi. How has your week been? Hey Jonathan, hey Chris. I'm so glad that you just got home. Oops, hang on. There we go. It's the Toips. Hello. How's it going, man? This has been a great week. It's been a very physically exhausting day, but it's been absolutely fantastic. Do you hear that? I swear it's not me farting. That is helicopter blades. We have daylight in the background, right? And it's just gonna keep getting brighter and brighter. I love that. This is like the perfect time when the weather is still wintry, but the sun no longer sets at 3 p.m. You bought a house! Congratulations! Oh my gosh, that's huge! Congratulations! That's so cool! Oh my gosh, how... Tell me about that. What? That's so sick. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's fantastic. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. Hey. Fair. Especially considering the fact that this is in a... I mean, it's not real. This is definitely not real leather. This was the cheapest chair that Office Depot had. It is very fake leather, and I can prove that to you with this rip that is formed on the bottom of it. Look at that. We love that. It's coming apart. But it holds my butt just fine. So, love that. Okay, hang on. Now I got this leg stuck in the bed perfectly. How did I do that? There we go. Oh. Ooh. I am sore and super happy. You know why I'm sore today? You know, it's kind of sad. So at one point in this video that I'm making, actually, I can show it now. That would be a really good test to see if I will get copyright struck. So I went out and shot a little, super quick little parody thing. This is not major. This is a spoiler for this learning to drive video I'm making. I did this little parody, and it was a lot of fun, but it was unexpectedly windy, and I only had one sandbag, which I put on the C-stand that was like covering my camera because I didn't want anything to hit my camera. But I had multiple C-stands out, and at one point the wind caught one and knocked it over. So today, I'll show this in a second, but I bring that up because I went out and finally purchased multiple 35-pound sandbags and I had to lug those suckers all around. Whew. That was very heavy, but everything is nice and safe. But I do want to show, I want to see if I can get away with using copyrighted music in the way that I did. So let's enjoy a little sneak peek real quick. I think this will work. Let me know if you can't hear this. That is that little bit that I shot, and you can see it was very quick, but there was definitely wind happening. So yeah. Lift with your legs and not your back, Chris. You're right. The home buying process was kind of tiring as the seller delayed closing several times. That is very frustrating. I'm so sorry. But you did it. You made it through. It's a house from 1906 in a historically Dutch-German neighborhood. and has been updated with new amenities. That's fantastic. I love that. That's so cool. That's so great. Um the vibes of the wind are immaculate. Thank you. Yeah, it all worked out really well. It just wasn't safe. So thankfully, it was just me and my grandmother there, and my grandmother was just waiting in the car in between takes. So like no one was in danger. But do not tell any of my professors that I was out there with stuff on C-stands without sandbags in wind. That is so unacceptable on any kind of actual set where you have more than one person there. So don't do that, kids. Sandbag your stuff. But I didn't. So that's why I'm exhausted. It all comes full circle. My arms are actual spaghetti. My knees are weak, and my what is heavy? And there's vomit on my sweater already. But yeah, how about you? What's been the highlight? Well, we know what the highlight of Jonathan's week was. Yeah, exactly, Zimran. You know, I got that idea and then realized I've never actually seen that movie. So, the night that we shot that, I shot that little parody scene without having seen the movie. I was literally just redoing other parodies of that movie that I've seen. And then I watched the movie, and it was actually really great. And I want to see more. I want to sit down and watch Once Upon a Time in the West, because that's another movie I've heard a lot about. I have a lifetime of movies to catch up on that I've never seen. I am such a bad film student. Twice now, my father and I have sat down to watch Terminator 2 and have not been able to finish it. So the first time, have I told this story? So the first time, because my dad loves Terminator 2, and he was like, okay, well, you have to watch the first one before you can see the second one, just for context. So it's like 10 p.m. We sit down to watch Terminator 1, and we finish it at like 11:59. Okay? And we're like, oh, nice, that was great. But that was just the warm-up for the real one. Here we go, and play. Playback error. Oh, that's weird. I wonder what's going on with Netflix. Let me refresh the page. Oh, it's gone. Turns out that was the night, or the day, that they took Terminator 2 off of Netflix. Like, we just missed it. The second time is not nearly as interesting. It was just the night before a big event, and everybody was too tired. So, I know I need to rewatch it. I will. It's on my list, along with The Godfather 2. Other movies. I will say, though, I think genuinely my favorite movie of all time at this point, I need to rewatch it, is Singing in the Rain. Because it's just so funny. And, like, the humor holds up absurdly well. That whole scene where they're trying to, like, plant a mic. Because they were talking about, like, oh, you know, let's hide the mic in the plant. And in my mind, when I saw that, I was like, oh, well, you're only going to hear stuff when she turns towards it. And then that's the gag. In a movie from, like, when did Singing in the Rain come out? It was so friggin' funny. 1952. I'm also just a sucker for musicals, so yeah, 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Woohoo! Love that movie. Casablanca. I have tried twice to watch that as well, and both times I have fallen asleep in the first like 15 minutes. So I've tried to watch it, but I haven't actually. I'll add that to my ever-growing list. Can I ask, like, what are some other movies that I should add that I need to watch that I almost certainly have not seen? the highlight. Excuse me. The highlight of my week is that I've started the discernment process to become a deacon in the Episcopal Church. That's fantastic. That's so cool. Oh my gosh, Jonathan. Congratulations. I wish you absolutely all the best. The Malaysia videos, yes, I need to do that. I'm sorry. They're sitting on my hard drive. Oh, okay. I just flashed. The back of this gray card has my phone number on it. And I was just fiddling with it and flung it up. But I think it was out of frame. And if it wasn't, please don't dox me. Thank you. Casablanca is so good. I know. Okay, I definitely will watch it. I will watch it. I will. Because now this is spring. Wait, I missed your highlight? Wait, I did miss your highlight. I'm sorry. What did you say, Chris? Oh! Oh my gosh! Oh, sorry. I don't know where that came from. I hung out with a few coworkers and did a scavenger hunt in downtown Richmond. That is so cool. It was a ton of fun, and I got a train to blow its horn. That's so fantastic. I love that. That's so fun. You know, sort of on that note, it was my friend's birthday the other night, and it was very much pirate themed. So there we go. I didn't take like any pictures that night except for this. Yeah, it was pretty great. So that's my Halloween costume this next year. Let me see. Do I have any more photos to share? Oh, I guess I could share this. Yeah. This is not super interesting, but it's a beautiful view. We went to Descanso Gardens and did a lovely little hike. It's so beautiful. It's basically a big flower garden. And then I got busted taking photos. Okay, cringe photo. But yeah, it was. Oh yeah, and then yeah. Lego Batman is an excellent movie too. It's so true. I watched Lego Batman for the first time on a plane because I was not expecting it to be a whole thing. And then I was dying the entire time. And I could not. It was like an overnight flight. All the lights were off. It was dead quiet. I had a guy next to me, and I was trying so hard not to laugh and failing so miserably. That is such a good movie. It's so fantastic. You look like a cross from an entitled pirate with Gordon Ramsay. I think that's a compliment. Thank you. And then today, treated my grandmother to the Huntington Library, which is just this absolutely beautiful place. And it started to rain and thunderstorm, and that was so cool because it never rains in thunderstorms. And it was also a welcome relief because it was so hot today. And then all of a sudden it starts raining and it's not hot. We love that. Yeah, that's pretty much the only I guess I could show these a few more BTS photos from this video that I can't seem to decide if it's a vlog or not, because like vlog implies a certain level of spontaneity, and as you can see, this stuff is not spontaneous, but it is like a true story following along my experience. So like the shot is very staged. I was trying to mimic moonlight and a street light over here. And this is the resulting shot. Which I don't know where that whole thing of like moonlight being blue came from, because it is most certainly not blue. Oh, and then this was shooting that little parody scene. We were right next to a road. And I was trying so hard in the framing to hide that. But yeah, good, bad, and the ugly parody. A lot of fun. It's not a vlog. It's oh, Chris, you're so right. It is a 10-year anniversary. Whoa, sorry, I missed a bunch of comments. Um, 10-year anniversary project for your main channel. You're right. We had a little talk about this because yeah, my main channel is going to be turning 10. And a constant theme from when I first started that channel when I was 18, I think, 19, is I have not been able 18. Yeah, cuz it's going to be turning 10 and I'm 28. So this is like been such an aspect of my life for so long, feeling like I am inconveniencing people or like kind of a burden, or just like it comes with the cost of feeling guilty. Anything that I want to do, and so this I hope feels like a closing of that era of my life of the helplessness, and really hopefully ushers in a another 10 years of being able to do the things that I love to do without feeling like a burden. And I know I'm not I know, but that's how I feel. So I feel like that this is a really good, Chris, it was 100% Chris's idea to have this be like a 10-year anniversary video, and you're so right. So thank you. I feel like I basically showed the entire thing in little chunks over the past few weeks. I'm putting a lot of effort into this. And I feel like saying that I'm setting expectations way too high. Oh, thank you, Hannah and Jonathan. Thank you. But I don't know. Like, just the subject matter means a lot to me. And I'm excited for a part of it too. Quite frankly, to be totally honest with you, is some of my IRL friends at like film school now know about my channel. And so I'm like, okay, the next time I upload something, they're all gonna watch it, so it better be good. You know? And it's just allowing myself to go overboard. I think I've talked about this before, but you know, I have like this setup, and this setup is great for live streams. But it's very much set. You know, things are permanently locked in. Like, this camera is mounted to the wall. That light is mounted to the wall. Admittedly, this mic is not mounted to the wall, it's mounted to the desk. But like, everything's permanent, which is great. And a lot of people, they don't want to deal with the setup. They just want something to turn on and talk. But I've realized, like, the setup is my favorite part. I almost like the setup more than the talking. And so, but then I would have this feeling in the back of my mind that like, oh, but it's an inconvenience. Like I guess it's that like just not to get like way too deep all of a sudden, but like I feel like everything, I know this is not the case, but I feel like everything is transactional, and for me to have fun with something, I must make somebody else not, or like make them wait, or inconvenience them, or in some way. Like, I can't just zero sum have a good time. It needs to come at the cost of someone else. I don't know where that came from, but I'm realizing like that's just been a constant thing in my life. Which also explains like I'm driving. Like, I'm always, oh hey, can I get a ride? And that's great for a while, but like, you know. So anyway, I've realized that, or not realized, but like allowed myself to accept that going overboard and spending hours and hours and hours setting up, it's not like I'm making somebody else wait for that, and I want to do it. So I should do it. And that has totally re-sparked my love of it. Because, I've never had a fully permanent setup. I'm always tweaking and changing things. Back in the old Pun Diddly days, look at this. Let me get oops. No, I did not. So look at this, right? Back in ye olden days. Okay, well, maybe not this far back. Because when I was on a white background. Oh my gosh, white background. This was not.
I'm here again.
Who are these babies? Sorry. But when I think of Pun Diddly, quote unquote, often I think of this setup.
Yes.
This was in our living room, our family living room, and I would bring out these two soft boxes, point them at the white wall right behind the camera. You can kind of see in the catch light here, and then have the tripod right here. And every single shoot, I had to do that. Take things down, put them back, and I loved it.
My hair is kind of funny. I just got back from the pool.
I don't know what I'm doing with my hair. I just have given up on it. But that was when I had the most personal fun. Or this, I spent so long on this lighting. It's really not anything amazing at all. But I remember being so incredibly proud of it, and this was so much fun as a result. Also, this shot is completely mirrored, because I realized, I messed up my eye line. And this was also a lot of fun, but this was a lot more permanent of a setup as well, which was like a bedsheet thumbtack to the wall to make my wall white, because it was all blue. And I totally boosted the saturation. Fun fact also, my walls were not that blue. I just had done a color range mask. I had this preset that I selected any blue in the image, increased the saturation by 200%. So it stayed away from skin tones, but as you can see, the fish down here are way too saturated. But yeah, that was so much fun. And then I feel like when I moved here, I didn't. I was changing things up often, but then I eventually settled on a thing, a look, and it was not as fun because it was so much easier. But that was not as fun. And now I'm allowing myself to go wild, and it's so much fun. Well, thank you, Chris. Thank you. And thank you, Hannah. Yes, I genuinely think that is my favorite movie. Honestly. I need to rewatch it, because I'm going off of an old memory, but yes, I'm drinking an energy drink at 7:30 at night. Susan and I have a date night later, so I need to not fall asleep during that. Yeah, the 2015 to 2016 era. What an era, honestly. It was so much fun. I feel like that was the period where I didn't know very much, but I was so excited to learn. And then 2018, 2019, 2020, I started to get overconfident and be like, oh, I know everything there is to know. No! And now I'm realizing I know nothing. Nothing. This is an entire world that I know nothing about. And so all of a sudden, oh my gosh, it's like I'm just discovering everything for the first time again. Even down to a new editing program. I'm trying to force myself to edit in DaVinci Resolve instead of Final Cut. because for one thing, it's open platform. No matter what computer my computer situation looks like in the future, whether it's Mac, Windows, or Linux, I can do it. It's like they have the free version that's fan-friggin-tastic. Like, and like their coloring is industry standard. And so if I can like cut in Resolve and save myself a round trip from Avid to Resolve and then back to Avid, that would be dope. Good for you thank you, Hannah. Ryan loves DaVinci. Yes. Based Ryan. Oh, yeah, it's so good. It's so much, and I cannot believe that it's free. My dad uses it to edit like family videos. It's so cool, and it's so organized. Like, one thing that I've missed from Premiere was just the ability to have different bins. Or what are they called in Premiere? Are they called bins or folders or albums? Like Final Cut, they have events, but it's typically more of a keyword cataloging system. And that's great. And it is really powerful. But I'm going to be honest with you. At the end of a day of shooting, I find it so much easier to just import everything into a bin than to import everything into like one event and then go. Hello, Ryan. Okay, got you. And the paid version is a one-time payment. That is huge. Huge. I'm really trying to get rid of my subscriptions and switch over to one-time payment, or at least once a year payments. And yeah, that's fan-friggin-tastic. Hello, Holton. I'm just nerding out about editing software. But yeah, it's just a lot easier for me to throw things into bins than to go through and keyword each individual shot. Which, like, I know I should do, but... Yes, are these statements official Archify media opinions? Are these explicitly held by the company? No, I'm kidding. Good to see you. And how are you doing, Holton? Everyone go subscribe to Archify Media. They are going to do incredible things. Dope company. And if you need media made... I'm a video producer. Of course I don't have time to produce my own videos. So true. I thought we had another bot in the chat. Oh, goodness gracious. Media in bio. I'm sorry. Oh, rest in peace, Twitter. You want a throwback to Periscope. It was like live streaming when it was still kind of new for people. And I don't know, it was just so fun to spontaneously go live for like 8 to 10 minutes. Now that I think about it, it was kind of weird to just like demand people's attention. Because I think it could send out a notification to people when you went live. We got to go to is that Michigan or Mississippi? No, in Mississippi is MS. So Michigan, right? I should know this. Last week for a climate filming. Oddly enough, it was warmer there than it was here. Goodness gracious. But that's so cool. I'm so happy for you. And are these official The Entrepreneur statements and opinions right here? Oh gosh. I've been waiting for my Fantastic Friday for the past year. I know. What was it? Every day is a holiday. I cannot hit that note. I'm sorry. So spread some cheer. What were the lyrics to that? Oh no. It's been so long, Ryan. I'm kidding. You're a professional at this point. Also, visiting Michigan gave us the chance to visit my nearly 85-year-old grandma. That's so special. I'm so glad that you did that. That's fantastic. Oops. Susan just texted me real quick. There we go. Okay. All good. We good. We good. And we good. The aux cable. Dude, that is such a great name for a podcast. Like, you struck gold with that. Oh, Hannah, you're so right. I'm sorry. I'll get right on that. Every day is a holiday, so spread some cheer and let them hear about how we're hating and celebrating how all these weird, funny holidays are. My young adulthood right there. I guess Ryan's. Like, I can't claim that. I just heard it a lot. I definitely was not like the biggest fan of my friends. What? Definitely didn't freak out internally every time I got the chance to see them in person. What? Oh man. Yeah, no, I'm so blessed. So lucky. Wow, sorry. Absolutely throwback moment here. I don't know. I've just been doing a lot of thinking and in a good way. And I'm so incredibly grateful and lucky and happy. 2015 went hard. It absolutely did. It was one of the best years of my life. Just for like a whole bunch of just personal stuff. Like, I had a very happy childhood. I'm very lucky. My teenage years kind of sucked. Not exactly an uncommon thing, but my young adult years were better than anything else. And I'm so grateful and so thankful to have been a part of such a wonderful community of people. And I will never ever forget that. And I feel like even though a lot of, like the inner tube or the inner circle, what did we call it? The inner tube, I think? Or was it the inner circle? I've kind of like gone off and we're doing our own things now. I feel like that world gave us a lot of prep for what we do now. And I'm so grateful and I'm so happy and I'm so lucky. And I don't want to ever take anything for granted. So, yay. 2017 will always be my favorite year. That's also fair. Yes. Yeah. Jeez Louise. 2017 was such a lot of a year. I still have that vlogging camera, by the way. Okay, Hannah, fair. That was a heck of a year. For so many different reasons. I'm still sore in my arms. But this was my vlogging camera right here. The 70D. And I have this broken 50mm lens. You see all of this? You're not supposed to be able to see that. The focus does not work at all. It's just an absolutely broken lens. But the camera still works. It's totally destroyed. Like, look at that. You can't see what mode you're on. It's been so long since I've opened this up. I forgot I had a VidCon sticker. So yeah, a lot of good memories with this camera. Oh, okay. Thank you, Rachel. Also, hi. Hello. Oh, Hannah, that's great moments and utterly rotten moments. I'm so sorry. But love that Ryan got to watch me graduate college this summer. That's so special. That's so cool. Y'all. Speaking of 2017, this week marks 7 years since we first hung out at your place and live streamed, then had dinner afterwards. I remember that day. That was so incredibly special because you and my grandmother had a conversation about the sprinklers. To this day, she'll bring that up. I mean, I know we've hung out since, but anytime she'll be like out in the backyard, just kind of like clipping, weeds or whatever, she'll remark like, "Oh, we need to get Chris out here." 170D and 80D are still two of my filming cameras to this day. They hold up. They do. They do. Yeah, it still works. I have no more glass for it, but except for this was the lens for everything, and now it does not work. Like, there is nothing. The focus doesn't work. The aperture doesn't work. It does still convert light, so I guess it does do what it's supposed to do, but nothing more. I don't have a memory card in here, do I? No, okay. That would have been really funny. Oh, here's a whole vlog that I shot and forgot about like 5 years ago. Way more than 5 years ago. 7 years ago. Jeez. Oh, James, that's fantastic. That's so good. It was still it's kind of funny to me that as like everything was breaking out actively, I was like, maybe I'll stay in Malaysia and just wait this COVID thing out. Glad I didn't do that. The body works, not the lens. Yeah, exactly, Chris. And I could buy some glass that would work on this camera. It probably wouldn't be a bad investment because EF lenses are still used often, especially with like Blackmagic cameras, which I've been thinking about potentially upgrading to because I've been using this photography camera. This camera is great that I'm using right now. It's fantastic, but it's a photography camera, which means that it has like the 30-minute recording limit and a whole bunch of stuff like that. And I can work around it if I record externally, but I've thought about purchasing a Blackmagic camera, but I don't have any lenses because they all take EF lenses and I switched over to RF. So, oops. Also, Rachel, you just got your remote controlled Canon cameras installed. Nice, finally. That's so cool. That's so cool. Oh my gosh. Zimran, Susan tried. Bless her heart, she tried. I'm just a wuss. I need to get better at it. I'm just terrible. Oh man, that energy drink is not helping me stay awake. I am beat. My arms are jelly. Those sandbags are heavy, okay? Ryan, you can, like Hannah and Ryan, y'all can attest. Sandbags get heavy after a while. Whew. At some point I should invest in like a cart to carry everything so I don't have to just physically, but that's for maybe if I get extra jobs. Oh, goodness. Zimmer, just be prepared for the humidity because I'm from North Carolina and it's humid from me. Actually, it feels about the same now that I think about it. There were some moments where it did really feel like I was in North Carolina. Except for the fact that the cars were driving on the left side of the road and not the right. But like we were on the highway and I took a video and sent it to Andrew and said like, tell me I'm not on like I-90. And he was like, dude, I totally would have bought that you were just on the highway here. Or was it I-90? What's the freeway in NC? Okay, Hannah. Yeah, okay, you're right. Yeah, okay. Fair. Yeah, I can't exactly. You win. You win. I can't beat that. Zimran, yeah, I know. I'm so spoiled. Like, oh, I-85 or I-40. Excuse me. Okay, then he might. I wonder if he said I-85 then. I don't remember. Um, but yeah, one of the freeways. Thank you. I wonder if I could like carry a sandbag like a baby. Except again, this baby will not be energetic and will not be wiggling around. And ignore the mess here, please. I'm begging you. 35 pounds. Ooh boy, this would be a big, heavy weight. My. Okay, fair. What? This bundle of joy right here. Oh, my spine is gonna collapse. I'm burping the baby. This baby's name is Sammy. Oh, okay, I can't do this. Rachel, I fear you. You win. Okay, I think if I actually get up with this like this, I will damage something. So I'm gonna actually do this right. Ugh. Oh, goodness. Sucker ain't going anywhere. Sandy. That's a great name for it. Ugh. Yes. Absolutely. Oh. I do have a friend that'll, anytime he needs like a sandbag thrown on a stand, he'll just be like, "Can you toss some dirt on that?" Love that. I've started copying that. I was at the used bookstore and saw this book for $4, and it is the funniest thing I've ever seen. It's just a bunch of like. Just a bunch of like terms on set, and they're just so funny. What was one of them? There was something like oh my gosh, hang on, let me see if I can find it. Oh yes, if you say like, "Hey, I got some balloon tires," that's a very subtle way of, if you're a crew member, letting the makeup people know that there are circles under the actor's eyes. Balloon tires. Goodness gracious. Or like if you have like, the giant cinema lights, like the ones that like are artificial suns, the big massive things. Those are known as BFLs. So you have like all the different terms for the lights, and then you have the BFLs, and everyone knows what you mean when you say a BFL. You know what BFL stands for? Big effing light. Like, you just call them a BFL, and everyone knows what you're talking about. But that made me chuckle. I don't. Can you tell this is just what I love to do? I love this so much, so deeply. Rachel, the fact that you can do it at all, because I cannot do that. Those were a lot more than 35 pounds. I cannot. There's no way. There is absolutely no way anywhere at all. Oh my gosh, I'm exhausted. I'm just absolutely beat. Pooped. Ah. But yeah, I'm really happy. I'm really enjoying this spring break. Just trying to do as much. Yes, Ryan. Yeah. Back before several injuries, I could heft packages of shingles and other roofing materials. Heavy. No kidding. I've surprised middle-aged men by my strength. Yeah, I believe it. See, I have like toothpicks for arms. Like there's nothing here. So, oh gosh. Oh, I'm sorry, Hannah. 60-pound bags. That's like like two of those. I can barely lift one. The weight of two of them together, like not just grabbing and like carrying it like, but like carrying like that. Jeez. Try getting 3 40-pound boxes of cat litter up to the top of a 3rd floor in an apartment complex in 100 degrees. I should never complain about anything ever again. Holy cow, dude. I genuinely don't know how you do that. Get you a toddler, buddy. Ryan has gotten pretty buff rough housing with Eliana. I believe it. Yeah, that checks out. That checks out. Oh, knives and muscles. Something I know that we don't have. I have none. Yep. Nope. I think in the kitchen we have some. Oh my goodness. Oh! Oh, sorry. You know what time it is? We just got a cast fact. We just got a cast fact. We just got a cast fact. Wonder what it is.
In the absolute stream AI news, you're going to hear that you can actually.
I did not pull this up ahead of time. She sent a video. So I don't know what this is. We're going to experience this together. Let me also not be getting emails. There we go.
Strangest AI news you're going to hear today. The island state of Tasmania has just released their very own artificial image generator, except it spits out actual art from actual artists that you can actually put on your wall.
We've created Tasmane AI, an image generator.
Oh, this is glorious.
That turns your prompts into actual original art.
So the way it works.
Was this an April Fool's thing?
And then a Tasmanian artist will pick their favorite prompts, and then if your prompt is chosen, you get the original piece of artwork in the mail. Full disclosure, I work a lot with the agency who had this idea, but it's just such a good idea. I'm going to submit a prompt because I want something to put here.
That's so cool. That's fantastic. Oh, April Fool's Day is coming up. I wonder what I can do for April Fools. The Zim fact. People used to say prunes instead of cheese when getting their picture taken. In the 1840s, a cheesy grin was seen as childish. That's true! So a London photographer told people to say prunes to keep their mouth shut. Now you know why people never smiled in old photos. Yeah, it's like when you were getting like your painting done. Like it was seen as, you know, noble or just more honorable than to be like smiling, which is like silly, goofy. Oop. So yeah, yep. There we go. Started spamming AI prompt from Mona Lisa. Oh goodness gracious. The Saurus stuff. Jeez Louise. That's and Hannah, I think that is also true. That like definitely was the like I think it was also just a matter of tradition at that point. But both of those are very true. If you ever had to hold a smile for more than like a minute, you start twitching pretty bad. That was an issue also I had when doing that little Good, Bad, and Ugly parody, was I'm just not used to doing that squint, and so my face immediately started to like convulse, and I wonder if it'll do it again if I give it like the Clint Eastwood. There we go. Have some blackmail footage right there with that. Oh, goodness, goodness, goodness. This is so fun. I have such a blast. Yes, it is, in fact, an energy drink at 8 p.m. because I have a date with Susan later tonight, and I don't want to be falling asleep during it because I am exhausted right now, and I cannot be tired. So, is that a good idea? Absolutely not. Is it what I'm doing? Absolutely. Wish me luck. I also have to take a quiz for school. I forgot about that. I'll do it tomorrow. I'm not in a good mental state to take an important quiz. I'm pooped. Chris. Oh, goodness. But will you, though? What if you upload a Rickroll? Zimran, it's so true. Honestly, like, the internet is so much just sheer Chris cringe in it. There's so incredibly much. So, you know, have that. Oh, sorry, and the Christery fact. Virginia had a canal that stretched from Richmond to far West Virginia. Then railroads took over the transport of goods. Really? Was it a natural canal or a man-made canal? Also, Rachel, you're so right. They really are. The sugar-free, the white ones. You're absolutely right. These were just the only ones that the place had. Did George Washington push for that canal? I remember he wanted a canal, and I thought the idea never came to be. I don't know. I don't know this. Huh. I should know a lot more than I do, just in general. Just in general. Oh, Hannah. Oh, dear goodness. I definitely need to lay off the energy drinks. It's probably not great. I have kind of weaned myself off of coffee, which is nice, but that has not stopped my body from craving caffeine. Washington hoped to connect the East Coast to the Mississippi by canal. Huh. That would be a heck of a canal. Well, I guess they did it, so never mind. Oh my gosh, I am so pooped. You can see that I'm like slumping over. I'm no longer in like the proper framing up here. I'm just down here. My arms are still jelly. And I have fallen asleep on stream before, but I won't do it right now. There's a monument in Richmond about it. Huh? Oh, that's cool. Oh, what was I? I was just talking with someone that lived in Richmond. Like, you are used to. Oh, I'm totally blanking, but small world. Ooh, sorry, hold on. I'm so sorry. Do you mind if I kind of end the stream early tonight just so I can, like, get some sleep? I'm sorry. I'm really exhausted. At least a little cat nap. And I feel like this is not fair to you because I'm, like, asking your time, and your attention, and I'm not giving you as much focus as you're giving me, so it's really not fair. Zimmerman, I have fallen asleep a couple different times, but usually there's somebody else there, and so they can talk while I just kind of doze off. But I remember definitely one time Noah, I was streaming with Noah, and he took over, and I was out. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you all so much. Oh my gosh. But I hope that you have an incredible rest of your week and you feel super enthralled and energized, unlike me right now, even after a monster. If anything, the monster made me more sleepy. Thank you. Thank y'all. But I will see you next week. Yes, I mean, Zimran, she's like not ready yet. It's not for another like 2 hours. So I might take a quick little cat nap here and then be ready to go. Hopefully. Can you see how tired I am in my eyes? Oh, Rachel, I'm so sorry. Okay, yes. Stay leaking. Stay licking. Stay leaking sheer slumber from your ears. Stay licking the there's nothing I can say there that won't be weird. Just don't lick anything. Stay learning. That's so true. Couldn't have said it better. Okay, Chris. I didn't come here to... Okay. It hurts because it's so true. Stay hyper. I will try. Oh, goodness. But yeah, I'll see you next week. A little bit more pumped up, hopefully. But yeah, you also get some rest. It's really late where you are, too. Stay thoughtful. Stay slimy. Why, Zimran, every time you make me say the most cursed things, and then it's like, here, internet, have footage of me looking directly into your eyes and saying, stay licking. Do with that what you will. I'm sure that will come back to bite me in 10 years. Stay awkward. Stay classy. Stay hydrated. It's so true. Ryan, that sounds like something from a Magnus Archives. Also, I just got your text. I'll respond right after the stream. Yeah. Stay forwarded. Ha ha ha. Yes. And for us, it's stay cool. It's getting hot. It's going to be hot. So yeah. I hope that you have an incredible I can't speak tonight. An incredible rest of your week. And I'll see you next week. Same time, same place. Most importantly, over everything else. Oh, and also stay holidayed. But mostly, stay white. Bye! And stay vigilant.